All right, this is the HWK 30 coming up in the auction, and it is a German light tank. So there's nothing else you need to know. It has to be brilliant. It's at tier 8, so we'll take a look at the stats and then we'll see it in action. Hopefully that will help you decide whether you want to go for it or not. This is the digitized camo. Not normally a fan of some of these premium camos. This one's just about okay. But that's probably not going to come with the tank in the auction. You'd have to get that separately. But let's take a look at the stats, see what the numbers say, and then we'll run it out on the battlefield. Okay, so these are the stats for the HWK 30. And because there's not many light tanks at tier 8, we are comparing it against Tech Tree, Premium, and Collector tanks. Less the ones that have got those clippy guns. These are the single shot tanks. The way I normally do this is to remove any crew skills, provisions, or equipment. So it's the baseline figures for the tank. But the Tech Tree tanks do have the fully upgraded modules. So let's have a look. I think the first thing we can do is discount the T49 and the T49 Fearless on the right hand side here. They are outliers with damage of 560 because they have the massive derp gun. So I've put them in just for reference, but we're not really going to compare the HWK against those two. And in fact, the RU251, the German Tech Tree light tank, and the M41 there, the German Bulldog, the collector tank, are probably the most comparable tanks to the HWK as being German light tanks themselves. So let's have a look. Where you see a green number, the Tech Tree or Premium comparison tank has the advantage, and where you see a red number, the HWK 30 has the performance in its favor. So the DPM at 2,133 is not too bad. Clearly, his German colleagues do have better DPM and a reload time of about 6.3 seconds. The RU251, that's 12% faster for the RU, but it's about a 2% difference between the M41 German Bulldog. Penetration figures are not too bad across the board. Couple of tanks there, the FV301 and the WZ132 do have better figures. And where you see these black numbers, the figures for the tank are the same. Aim time, though, for the HWK is almost the best in class at 1.44 seconds. So although the reload time is slightly longer, the aim time there you can see is 27% faster than the RU251. And movement-wise, not too bad. Again, the RU251 is slightly more maneuverable. And there's also 10 degrees of gun depression recorded here for these tanks. You've got to be careful with some of these German tanks, especially the RU251, because that 10 degrees of gun depression is only over the side of the tank, not to the front. So you have to get side on to make maximum use of the gun depression in these German light tanks, which can, of course, be quite dangerous. But needless to say, it's got pretty good gun depression. The HWK is pretty quick, 70 kilometers an hour. Not quite as fast as the RU251, but it's still pretty quick. And its engine is not as good either. It does get outperformed by quite a few of the other tanks at this tier. So that is one to bear in mind. Survivability, it's got a couple more hit points than the others, but you only have to have been playing this game for about 5 minutes to realize that this is a light tank, and therefore if it gets hit, it is going to get penetrated. And so that extra 50 hit points might actually come in quite handy, but clearly the aim here is not to get hit in this tank. So that's the figures, that's the numbers comparing it against the other tanks in its class. Let's actually take it out now onto the battlefield and see how it plays, see what it feels like. And of course, at the end of the video, I will post a link to a playlist of other games, which includes some mastery games that are definitely well worth a look. And of course, I will reveal to you the resale value for this particular tank as well. So let's take a look. Okay, let's go. We want to go and spot in the middle. Comfortably up to 50 kilometers an hour and then a bit more. The track, didn't get it. But a couple of shots in there. He might have been AFK for a few seconds. That cost him. Is this Tiger going to carry on? I don't think so. Just occupy the middle here for a second and see what's going to happen. It's got heat as its premium ammo, this, which can be a little bit of a problem. That's not though. Okay, let's go this way now. Help the team out. We'll use some speed and mobility. Got to watch out for the TDs. This thing has no armor. Mobility though. Oh, hello, who are you? There's a TD back there, look. The Ho-Ri, but he's a difficult customer. Nice German gun though. Need a track here, he's already been tracked. He's thrown his gun up, he's gone. It's a bit of a snapshot on the move there, missed that one. Get back round though. So there we go. Don't get hit in this thing is the general rule. Get that gun working, it's pretty good. 1600 damage, didn't take any. Not too bad at all. Okay, let's go. Use our speed here. We want to get to the middle and spot. Well, we got there. Got the shot in, it didn't pen though. We've stopped that heavy tank in his tracks though, he is not pushing for that corner anymore. Gives our team the chance to push round. Spotted another one. Now one of their TDs is up the top, I've already seen that individual. We're still missing the other one though. There he is, there's the AT-15. Okay, that gives us a license now. Let's get round the back here with the speed. Gonna ignore you for a second. Oh, I've actually bounced one, unbelievable. Okay, we need to use some speed here, some mobility. Yeah, we're going to take one, that's okay. didn't pen the back of that IS-3 there. He is gone. We did enough to aggravate him. See how quickly we can relocate now. Okay, it's going to hurt if we take one from the Chimera. Let's do that just to show you that it hurts. Came away with 3 kills there. As I say, absolutely no armor whatsoever. If you get hit, it hurts. But you've got the mobility to get around, support the team. Put some damage in there, 1,300. 75,000 credits without premium account as well. Not the highest damage in the team, but that's not necessarily what this tank is about. So there's the HWK in action to put those games into a bit of perspective for you. The average damage per battle in this particular tank across the player base is only 1,000 damage because it can be a difficult tank to play being light, but it can reap the rewards if you do play it in that particular style that I've just shown you there. If you want to see this tank do even more damage than what you've just seen, then watch the playlist at the end. There is a 3,000 and a 4,700 damage mastery game within that playlist, which you may well find useful. And if you are going to buy this tank in the auction, it is important that you understand that it is a premium tank and not a collector. So the resale value is 1.4 million credits. So do bear that in mind. But if you like light tanks and you like German tanks, then this is probably one that you are going to want to have in your collection. Thanks for watching.